Morning, friends. Today we are on Thursday, I think it's the 15th of October, 2025. Here we are, mid-October. Wow, time is moving. But we're doing yoga today. We're going to put some positivity into our day, despite some chaos in the world. Maybe a little bit of more peace this week, but we're gonna continue with some calming positivity in our world for today with yoga. Let's get started. Today we're going to start in a standing posture. As we did yesterday, our peak pose for today is actually going to be the squat. So if you're unfamiliar with this pose, or if you're familiar with this pose and you know that the heels of your foot do not touch the floor in this position, I invite you to go grab a towel or a rug or a blanket that you can roll up, and we'll be using that later to put underneath of our heels to come down into a squat position. So while we're starting with our breathing, maybe grab that implement now. We're going to take a deep breath in all the way up. Deep breath out. Start to slow and lengthen your breathing here as we're doing our postures today. We'll do a few more breaths here to give people time to grab a towel or a blankie. Big inhale on your way up. Big exhale on your way down. This time, bring your hands parallel to the floor. Turn those palms up. Lengthen your arms. Make sure your shoulders are down away from your ears. Make sure to guard your lower back. We want to tuck our hips under so they're not arching. Right here. Big deep breath in. And on your exhale, bring that ear to your shoulder. Release those shoulders to the floor. And back up. Inhale. And ear to your shoulder. Inhale back up. Exhale to your shoulder. Inhale back up. Exhale to your shoulder. Inhale all the way up. Arms come up. Nice long stretch. Press your hips slightly forward. Tighten that belly just a scooch to protect your back. Send your hips back. Your shoulders come down. We're going to enjoy this nice forward fold here. Spend a beat here to enjoy this bend. Maybe you wiggle back and forth. Maybe you pedal your knees. Maybe you grab your elbows for a little bit longer of a stretch. Big breath in. Big breath out. Big breath in. Big breath out. And on your breath in this time, bend those knees, send those shoulders up, hips come down. And we're in our standing posture. Roll those shoulders. One at a time. I like our twist here. Bring one foot forward, twist over that hip, back to center. One foot forward, twist over that hip. And you can rock back and forth in a gentle twist, opening up that back. If you want to add a little kick, get a little bit more of a stretch. It feels so good. Wow. Okay, let's come back to our Tadasana. Round those shoulders back and down. Big breath in, arms come up, hips come forward slightly. Tighten that tummy just a scotch. And back down. Let's do some standing cat and cows here to get our back nice and warmed up. You're familiar with these. If you want to add the arms, reach down towards the floor with your hands clasped behind your back. Alternate reaching forward, rounding that upper back, and clasping. Guard your low back here. Okay. Here we are. Let's bring our arms up. Big inhale. Let's not forget our crescent pose here. This is really nice and yummy for stretching that side. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Back up to top. Nice long exhale. Let's come to the top of our mat here. We're going to do our lunge wheel, I'm calling it. We're starting with a lunge, going through our goddess position, back into a lunge on the other foot. We're going to add a triangle pose in there, a little bit of revolution, but we're going to start here in our nice tall Tadasana. Big breath in. On your exhale, bend those knees, send those hands over your head, nice, strong, straight arms. Feet is equally on both feet, knees are behind toes. Spine is nice and neutral here. We don't have an arch and we don't have a hunch. We're nice and neutral, straight posture from our wrist through our shoulder down to our hip. Inhale, bring your shoulders up just a little. Exhale, bring your hips back just a little more. Hands come to heart center. Big inhale. On your exhale, bring your right foot back. Hands come nice and strong up by your ears. Our weight is rooting down through that front heel and in the ball of our back foot here. Again, our hips are not arched. We are tucking our hips under to guard our low back. Shoulders come back and down. Hands come up. Big inhale. On your exhale, pivot that back foot. Open your arms and your hips to your right side. Right foot is parallel to the short edge of your mat. Front foot is parallel to the long edge of your mat. We're going to rotate our body so our left hand comes down to our shin, right hand comes up to the ceiling. We're stacking our arms, right wrist, right shoulder, left wrist, all in a nice long line. Our legs are straight. We're stretching that inner thigh here on your left leg. Big inhale. On your exhale, bring your shoulders back to parallel. Feet come parallel to the short edge of your mat. Roll those hips under. Pivot those feet so they're 45 degrees towards each corner of the mat. Big inhale, bring your arms up, tuck those hips. Exhale, send your knees wide over your ankles, over your heels. Keep those hips tucked under and come down into your goddess pose. Big inhale. Think about how you're coming to the mat today. How you're coming to the mat today, mentally and physically. Is there a big question that you have in mind today. Hold space for that big question. Rotate our arms in a cat and cow here. Knees are nice and wide, hips are tucked under. Come back to center. Maybe you pivot your knees over your ankles. Inhale, open wide. Exhale, center, and come down. Keep those hips tucked. 2 more breaths. Inhale, on your exhale, straighten up. Bring your right hand to your right leg. Left hand comes to the ceiling. Both knees extend. Left foot is pivoted now, parallel with the short edge of our mat. Right foot stays with the top edge of our mat. Wrist, shoulder, shoulder and wrist are stacked. Nice and strong through our core. Big inhale. Big exhale. Big inhale. Big exhale. Big inhale. Come back up. Arms are parallel. Pivot that back foot so it's parallel with the long edge of the mat. Hands come up next to your ears. Nice and tall. Body sinks down. Weight is rooting down through your front heel, your right heel, the ball of your left foot. Hands come to heart center. Big inhale. Big exhale. Big inhale. Big exhale. Hands come to your side. Body leans forward. Inhale, bend that left knee. Exhale, push off. Meet your left foot with your right foot. Come back into your chair. Bring those feet shoulder width apart. Hands come by your ears. Big inhale. Exhale, come back into your Tadasana. Nicely done, friends. We did our lunge wheel. I'm calling it roll those shoulders, little bit of a twist. Nice, nice, we did it, y'all. Let's come back to the front of our mat. We're gonna go through our sun salutation here. Back in your Tadasana, big inhale. Big exhale. Inhale, arms come up. Shoulders tip forward slightly on the exhale. Tighten that tummy. Open those armpits. Exhale, come down forward into your forward bend. Hold it here in your forward bend. Wiggle it out. Lengthen your spine. Release your head to the floor. Release that neck, those shoulders. Maybe you grab your elbows. Hands find your shins. Spine comes nice and neutral. We're reaching towards the room in front of us. Shoulders are back and away from our ears. Legs are straight. We have a nice stretch in the back of our legs. Big inhale. Maybe you pedal your feet here. Pedal your knees. Got a little bit of nerve flossing going. Back to straight legs. Big inhale. Exhale. Hands come to the floor. Feet find your plank. Let's hold our plank here for a minute. Wiggle back and forth, build some heat. Nice straight line from our shoulders through our hips to our ankles. We're going to rock our ankles left and right. Come back up to your plank. Chaturanga Dandasana, you know what to do if you have that available to you. I'm going to demonstrate coming down slowly. Big inhale, exhale. Press up into your baby cobra here. Big inhale, come down. Press up into your downward dog. Let's rest in our downward dog here for a minute. Rest here, pedal your feet. Open your armpits wide. Big inhale. On your exhale, come down to your tabletop. And let's go through a couple cycles of cat and cow here. Our meditation for today, the Lord says, never will I leave you, never will I forsake you. Sink your breath. Let's bring that right knee forward, bring that right hip down. Rotate those feet around to the front. Let's rest here in our butterfly for a minute. Make sure that your weight is equally distributed on your sit bones. Your feet can be far away from your body or close to your body as you wish. Enjoy this nice stretch here. Use your elbows if you can to press your legs down to the floor. Open up nice and wide here. Lean forward. We want to make sure that our spine is nice and neutral here. We don't want to be in a rounded back, and we don't want to be in an arched back. We want our back to be nice and neutral. Our shoulders are stacked over our hips. Big breath in, and we're going to hinge at the waist. Lean forward, hinge at the hips rather, my bad. Lean forward, elbows press down on our legs. On your inhale, come up just a little, relax on your exhale. Deepen that hinge in your hips, lean forward, little more, press those elbows a little harder. Keep that back nice and neutral. We're looking at the edge of our mat. And back up to center. Let's bring those feet out long in front of us. Nice straight spine. Our shoulders are stacked. Our rib cage and our chin are centered and tucked. We're going to sit up nice and tall. Our right hand finds the mat beside us. Left hand finds our right knee. Opening up our shoulders to the side. Back around to center. Inhale nice and tall. Exhale, opening to the left. Inhale nice and tall. Exhale, open a little more. And back around to center. Bring those knees back behind you now. Come up into your tabletop. Shoulders are over top of your wrists. Knees are underneath your hips. Feet are tucked. Float those knees. Lift up into your downward dog. Pedal those feet. And knees come down, knees come wide to the edge of the mat, toes come together, hips come back, hands come nice and long in front of you into child's pose. And as you rest in child's pose here, just for a beat, and as you rest in the squat, we're going to come into next. Just hold that question before the Lord, who never leaves you and never forsakes you. Hold space for that question in front of the Lord. Inhale, come up. Knees stay wide. Tuck those toes. Bring those hips back over those toes. Grab that blanket or those towels. Sit them underneath of your feet. Bring those knees up. Your weight is now on the balls of your feet. Find a comfortable spot on the balls of your feet. Knees are wide. Slide that rug underneath of your heels. Settle back onto those heels. Elbows are pressing into your knees. Hands come to heart center. Bring those shoulders high. Your gaze is looking at the front edge of your mat. Rest here for a few breaths as you hold space for that question before the Lord. Maybe your hands come open before you. Hands find the mat. Body rocks forward. Hands come forward. Knees find the mat. Hips find the mat. Knees come around to the front. Soles of our feet find the floor. Let's sit up here in a nice straight spine. Our weight is equally on both of our sit bones. Sit up nice and tall. Reach back behind you. Bring your hands next to your hip, and windshield wiper those feet. Nicely done in the squat. It's a very awkward pose, but we did it. Nicely done. Bring your feet back to your easy pose. Sit up nice and tall here. Shoulders are stacked over your hips. Rib cage is centered. Chin is tucked. Nice and tall. Big inhale. On your exhale, rotate over to the right. Big inhale. Big exhale. Back to center. Big inhale. On your exhale, twist over to the left. Big inhale. Big exhale, nice and tall. Let's rotate around to the front. Let's bring that left foot long out to the side. Our right foot is pulled in to our body. We're sitting up nice and tall. Big inhale. On your exhale, lean forward over top. Hinge at the hips, leaning over our body. This might be a micro movement here, and that's okay. The win here is that we're in a neutral spine and that we're bringing our shoulders closer to the floor. You can come in and out of it if you'd like, as you feel that stretch in your hips. Open those shoulders to your ankle, your left ankle. Big inhale, exhale, hinge at the waist. Bring that belly toward your thigh. And up, back to the front. Bring that right leg out long to the side. Maybe wiggle your knees. Bring that left ankle into your body, nice and tall. Big inhale, hinge at the hips, lean your shoulders over your knee. Our spine is nice and neutral. Our sit bones are both on the floor. Back up to center, nice and tall, and down. Back up to center, shoulders open towards your right foot, and exhale down, hinging at the weight at the hips. Back up to center. Let's bring both of our knees to the floor. We find our tabletop here. Let's go through cat and cow. Our knees are underneath our hips. Wrists are underneath of our shoulders. Exhale on your cow. Inhale on your cat. Bring that right leg long behind you. Lift it up slightly. Let's tap our toes. Tap our toes. Lift that foot, cross it over your left foot so your right foot is outside your mat, across here. Maybe you bring your right arm forward in front of you. Stretch that right side of your body. Press back up. Bring that right hand back underneath your right shoulder. Right knee comes back underneath your right hip. Cat. Exhale, cow. Inhale, cat. Exhale, cow. Back to neutral. Lift that left foot. Tap in the back. Tap, 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 tap. Bring that left foot over your right, out to the side. Big inhale on your exhale. Maybe bring that left arm more in front of you. You've got a bit of an arch going. If you want to lean down, bring that elbow to the floor, forehead to the floor. Send those hips back a little. Nice stretch on your left side. Press back up. Bring that left hand underneath your left shoulder. Left knee comes underneath your left hip. Cat and cow. Cat and cow. Bring those feet around to the front. Let's come down onto the mat. Feet come in front of us. Soles of the feet are on the floor. Palms are on the mat behind you. Weight is equally on both sit bones. Windshield wiper, just a couple of times here. Bring those knees back up. Grab those knees with your hands. Bring those toes to the mat. Heels come off the mat. Maybe you rock forward and back here onto your back. I'm going to stay seated for purposes of the video. I invite you to rock back onto the mat. Straighten those knees out. Legs are out long. Release your legs to the mat. Maybe your feet fall open to the side. Hands come down to the side. Shoulders relax into the floor. Head releases. Neck releases. All of that tension you've been carrying today, just release that into the floor. Maybe your palms come open on the floor, up to the sky. Hold that question before the Lord, and let's rest here in Shavasana for just a few seconds as we listen to what the Lord has to say. Soften your breath. Start to wiggle those fingers and those toes. Roll those wrists and those ankles. Wiggle those knees and those elbows. Roll over onto one side into your fetal position. Press up into your seated position, into your easy pose. Hands find your knees or heart center, whichever you prefer. May the light of the living God bless you and keep you today. Thank you so much, friends, for joining me. I'll see you tomorrow.